If throughout your entire day you hear trucks, ooh, truck, pay attention. This video is for you. Let's talk driven trucks found mainly at Target. These things are pretty popular and I gotta tell you, I like them. There are several different types of trucks and different sizes. So let's talk a little bit about the pros and cons of driven as a whole, and then we'll take a deeper dive into the individual trucks. Pro number one, the build quality. These things are made very well, especially if you get one of the large size ones. They're built like a tank. Number two, the price. For the build quality and the size of the large ones, you can't really beat it. The bigger ones that we have are the fire truck and the tow truck. Those are both selling at Target for 35 bucks. For how well they're made, I feel like it's a steal. Some of those Tonka and other brands that are kind of made of metal or the more tough material, they're way more expensive. For the third one, let's talk about the different size options. They've got the big ones, the big kahunas. Then they have these smaller versions, which are great. Much easier to take on the go to a friend's house. And then there's also these small versions, which I was expecting, maybe 2 inches, but they're this small. A complete choking hazard. We'll get into that in a little bit. The fact that we have different sizes at different price points is perfect. Number four, the doors open. Doesn't matter if it's the big one or the small ones, the doors open. If your kids are anything like mine, all they want to do is open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. If you get one of the bigger ones, when you open the door, it's pretty big in there. Our kids love putting other little toys inside, little action figures, and just having fun. Number five, they all light up and they all make sounds. It doesn't matter what size you get, big or small, they all make a sound and light up in some way. When our kids are playing, they want the real thing, and honestly, these get pretty damn close to being the real thing to them. And for the bigger ones, you can actually open up the doors, press the steering wheel just like a horn, and it'll honk. And for the last one, it seems like the hood of each of these trucks opens up. My kids love opening up the hood, pretending like they're changing the oil, pretending they're a mechanic, working on the engine. For all of these trucks that we have, no matter the size, it's great how Driven seems to know what the kids want. Now, though there aren't many, there are a few cons. The first one is really how quickly it drains batteries. All of the lights and sounds come at a price. They all take batteries, all different kinds, and I feel like we burn through them pretty damn quick. For the bigger trucks, while the doors do open, the hinge system is not that great. They tried to get creative with some sort of link with a rubber band. They're pretty easily broken. Not only have my kids broken one, I've broken one trying to fix it. Alright, so let's talk about some of the individual ones that we have. First one being the fire truck. It's massive, it has an awesome ladder that it extends really far, it's got the lights, it's got the horn, but it also has a place for you to fill up water and actually shoot it out of the hose. Now on to the tow truck. This one's probably my favorite. It's a sweet black tow truck with a yellow bed. It actually comes with this blue sports car. To be honest, my kids might play with that sports car more than they play with the tow truck itself. With the crane, it did come with this additional piece so that you can kind of hoist up the blue car. Our kids were a little too young for that, so I didn't even give it to them. The last larger one that we have is the Backhoe. This one is priced a little differently. It's 18 bucks. It's slightly smaller, but still, it's huge. But this one seems like the build quality isn't quite as good, but at least they priced it that way. Then we move into the smaller options. We've got a cement mixer, a roller, a flatbed, a riser truck, and a little flatbed that has a crane arm that actually comes with a few tree trunks. They have the same great build quality, but they're in a much smaller form, which is great for taking them on the go. Every time we go to a restaurant or somewhere like that, we've got at least one of them with us. I do have to say though, my kids have had all of these for a while. They really don't play with the smaller ones that much, but the big ones, they play with them every day. It's been 9 months. They come downstairs excited for them at some point every single day. Now the age requirement for these is 3+. We gave these to our kids way before that. So if your kids are younger than 3, they're still gonna have fun. I think it speaks volumes though that even though my kids are under the age limit, it's one of their must-have toys. Now when we're talking rating, for the big ones, it's an easy 5-star. When you mix the build quality for the price and just how much fun my kids have with them, it doesn't get much better than that. Now, for the smaller ones, still great, but again, my kids just lose interest in them. So I'll give them a 4-star for that. Still seems like they have great build quality. I love that you can take them on the go, but the fact that my kids kind of tossed them aside after a few weeks says a lot. Now, when it comes to the really tiny ones, I just don't buy them. It's a choking hazard, whether you've got a little baby or a 5-year-old, it doesn't matter. It's a choking hazard. I don't see the point. If they were an extra inch larger, they'd be great, and who doesn't want an extra inch? It seems like we have a lot of driven trucks, but we only have a drop in the bucket. There are so many different types out there. Which ones do you have and what's your favorite? If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do.